Hi, thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker, and this is a very quick video today with a very serious purpose. There's been a lot of social media, or a lot of stories and posts in social media about something that's happening with regards to the TPD. Now, I'm just going to read a section from the Planet of the Vapes website, which says, following the savaging of the TPD last week, Lord Callanan has put down a motion which, if passed, will stop implementation of the TPD in the UK. This is a critical development that all vapers need to be aware of. The more pressure we can apply now, the greater the likelihood of positive response and the greater chance we have of getting even more people out of the clutches of smoking. Now, that's absolutely correct. I mean, apart from the savaging of the TPD last week, well, I would disagree with that. It was 7 backbenchers in a back room in the House of Lords, showing and highlighting the necessity for vaping. But having said that, it was still positive. While Lord Pryor may have kind of pissed on that bonfire a little bit, it was still a productive discussion and was great watching if you haven't done so yet. Now, because of this news today, and like I say, it just appears to be absolutely everywhere. Every man and his dog are producing petitions for you to go out and sign. Now, I am going to put my neck on the line and say that is going to do absolutely no good whatsoever. None in the slightest. A petition is just a whole bunch of people saying they agree with something. Now, if the people that actually vote on a subject, if the people that are going to be deciding whether a subject is going to be put in place or not, for them to be able, they couldn't give two flying fucks if there's 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 people signed a petition, because in the 22 million or however many people there are in the country, it's a piss in the ocean. So what they need to be aware of, what they need to learn, is why it's important. Not, here's a petition with a buttload of signatures that you're not going to read. They need to learn why it's important. And so for that reason, and that reason alone, I urge you greatly to go to www.writetothem, write with a W, write to them, all one word, .com. I'll put the link down below in the description as well. Now, I will show you a screenshot. Where shall I put it? Up here. This is the first screen that you'll get when you go on to write to them. And what I've done is I've just put a little video about how you fill it out. It's so simple. It's ridiculous. It's a great tool for finding out who your MPs, MEPs, councillors, who all of those guys are, how you can contact them, but also how you can contact lords and all that sort of malarkey. If you put your postcode in, this is the next screen that you get straight away, and it says offers you the option of choosing your representative. So you've got your district councillors, you've got your county councillor, you've got MP and MEPs, as well as how to contact the Lords. So you'll see here, you can see that you've got a couple of options here, or you can write to all your district councillors. Now you've got the single option here, so we'll come to that in a moment, the same as we will with the MP here. And with regards to MEPs, once again, write to all your MEPs. So you can do them all in one go. Now, there isn't a write to Richard Bacon here, which is the MP in my area. So what you do is you just click on his name, and that takes you straight to where you write your message. So this is where you write your heartfelt reasons as to why you want vaping to continue the way it is. You pop in your details so they can check that you're actually part of the constituency, and then you preview it and you send it, and it's as easy as that. What they'll do then is they'll send you an email just to make sure that you do want to send the message. You click OK on that one, or you click on a link there, and then that's gone. The next you know, that's winged its way to the MPs, MEPs, or Lords, whichever you've chosen to speak to. But it's so easy, it's ridiculous. Okay. Now, I am not asking you to do anything that's going to take up a great deal of time. And in fact, I was promoting writetothem.com very early last year trying to get people to do it, and I'm not sure how many people did, but it's a great tool for doing for doing this. Now what I'm saying is you need to put as concisely as you can, so not a whole book of information, why you vape, how you feel, and kind of what's helped you. Now when it comes to the options, when it comes to whether you've used high nicotine, whether it comes to the fact that you are only able to go out and purchase 30ml bottles, or whatever does it for you, your favorite flavors, anything along those lines that got you to quit smoking, that got you off the cigarettes and onto what we know and is proven to be a safer way of inhaling nicotine if you've got nicotine in your juice, but also just a safer device than combustible tobacco. We know this is true. We have proof now. We have the Royal College of Physicians, we have Public Health England, and we have a myriad of background tests to highlight that. So what we really need to do now is put forward our experiences, how it's helped us and what we've done, Now, please don't write to these people and just say, "Oh, you're a bunch of knobheads." That's not productive. That's not helpful at all. So it only needs to be a short message. This is what I vape. This is why I vape. This is how I feel, and these are the things that have helped me along that way. By doing that, give those people an understanding of what vaping is. It's not an e-cig. It's not a cigar-like little white thing that looks like a cigarette. That's the big differentiation that we have to make, because at the moment there's a hell of a lot of people, on top of the ones in Parliament, that have no understanding of vaping and still think it's dangerous. But on top of that, we've still got a lot of people that have a blurred line between what we use as vaping products and what a cigar-like is that you'll buy from the petrol station. So, any kind of indication you can give. Now, I'm not going to give you a format, or I'm not going to give you a template to work from. And the reason for that is it has to be in your words. If you're going to be if you're in a government thing, if you're working in government and you get 50 emails and 40 of them all say exactly the same thing, then there's no commitment there. Are you going to bother reading it? Are you going to bother reading the last 10 that are different? So put your experiences in your words and how you've dealt with things. That to me seems not only logical, but the best way of trying to educate these people. Petitions will do nothing unless we can get something ridiculous like, I don't know, 5 million people sign it. Then we're going to be stuffed. We are stuffed. We've tried petitions before and we've achieved feck all. So I think it's a fallacy about Einstein saying, do what you've always done, get what you've always got. But somebody said that. And, so we need to push forward with a different focus. Now, that may not get a response. You may not get an answer, but you may do. And if it's positive, that's brilliant. If there's someone asking for more information, that's excellent. But, even if you don't, this is where the numbers, where the amount of us all together really come in and are able to show the difference. We're able to show that we're passionate because it's helped it's been part of saving our lives. It's been part of being able to see your children grow up. It's been part of being able to live a longer life, to be with family, be with friends, experiencing life and experiencing what life has to offer. Potentially, without vaping, that aspect of your existence may have been curtailed. And more to the point, I don't want to see family members die from cancer, and I'm sure you don't either. So if there's anything we can do that is going to help that, please go to writetothem.com, all one word, and I'll put the link down in below. Now, just as an aside here, why am I not telling you to go to there's various kind of options that are vapey related? It's because we've got to this stage now, and I'm not pointing you in the direction of any one particular advocacy group, because my personal feelings on advocacy groups in the UK are not positive. I have very rarely had a reasonable response when I've challenged them. A lot of people get aggressive because they don't have the answers, and Personally, I don't agree with how they've gone around things. From day one, we should have been about educating public, not trying to get elected just so you can get your face in a newspaper, and making no difference whatsoever. So things like that. Anyway, that's my feeling. If you like the idea of an advocacy group, you fill your boots. That's fucking give it some beans. Me personally, I will not be promoting those. Go to write to them though. It's not vape related. It's not advocacy related. It's a useful tool for being able to get in contact with the people that work for you, with the people that are in power, with the people that are advisors, with the lords, with the with everybody in your local area. And those are the people that you need to really kind of get involved and understand what's happening. So I'm sorry for having a bit of a rant there, but hopefully it's giving you another idea. Just signing a petition and sitting back and going, yep, I've done my bit for advocacy. No, you haven't. No, because that petition goes up into a house. Nobody's going to read it. Or one or two people will read it, but if you think it's going to go all the way around the Houses of Parliament just because it's got 16,000 signatures, you, my friend, are very wrong. That's not going to be the case. So what we need to do, even if that were the case, we still need to educate these people. We need to make sure that they understand what vaping is, what it means to us, how it's been a positive influence in our lives, and what we need to carry on doing it the way we're doing it. And, advocacy, I'm all for it. Get in there. Even to some degree, having some kind of regulation for making of juice, for instance, with regards to enable you to make juice. It kind of works in a very similar way to the way that laws are presented when it comes to production of food. With kitchens and all that sort of stuff, with a level of cleanliness, with certification, with all of that sort of malarkey. Let's build off that rather than just throwing a kick you square in the knackers kind of affair. But yeah, I mean that's my personal feeling. Take it with a pinch of salt if you want to, but then don't cry about vaping not doing very much in the next few months. So. Thank you very much for watching. This has been me being all advocacy. Ooh. Okay, shall we get back to doing some reviews now? Thanks very much, and I do hope you please do write to them. Thank you.